いいでしょう。計算通りです。神の月で行われる聖杯戦争。願いは貪欲に、逃れられない愛の熱。世界たるラバンが、あまたの思いを指し示す。そこにいるのは、何者か。フェイト・グランド・オーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、虚数羅信頼会、ペーパームーン。私がいるのですから、当然です。
Oh, that juicy Paper Moon cinematic from A1 production. Is this still pre-release? I don't see any Paper Moons. Am I supposed to clear Nahuimi clan to be able to do it? Or they'll call Zero Compass. Oh my god. I'm probably supposed to finish up Nahuimi clan. Yuck. 9 days left. I gotta rush this shit. I know there's story to wrap up as well, but we gotta rush this Fate Goal as well. Right, 190 cards, better than nothing, right? The cinematic absolute banger. Right, now we mixed one. Let's try to wrap up this so there will not be all that much voice acting in here. I'm kind of stranded on voice acting because my like one of my fams is kind of stranded to sit in here, and you know, recently. I'm plenty sure it will be fixed soon, but you know, it is what it is. I kinda gotta finish up Starrel to begin with, so you know, but also we're gonna wrap up this Fate Goal, so you know. We pass the Metzitlan's Observatory in the 7th Shadow and will be soon entering the last 6 hours to reach the 3rd underworld boundary in the 6th Shadow in the Shadow border, so we're going to have to walk the rest of the way, but the King of Dinosaurs gave me a job to do and I'm gonna see it done. It'll be way faster if I carry you through the jungle and you there, you three weigh practically nothing. You are giving us a wonderfully steady ride, Wakchan. Even at this speed, we're not getting jostled at all. It's like your legs and your torso are completely separate beings. You know, those like footage of soldiers kind of running on running platform and steadily holding a rifle. This. When it comes to pure riding comfort, you even surpass the Sphinx. Thank you, Wakchan. You can thank me after we made it to your destination. Even I'm scared of what's up ahead. It's very fortunate you were still in Chichen Itza, Wakchan. I was concerned that Keldia would lack transportation for their operation, but that is no longer a problem. On a related note, how are you doing back there, Da Vinci? I'm sorry I can't provide the same stability as Wakchan, but I can at least float and glide a little bit. Are you kidding? I'm having the time of my life. I didn't know your feathered arms could also work as wings. They're mainly to stabilize my posture, but yes, they do. If I use the spell Professor taught me, I might even be able to fly like Dumuzid. Anyway, I know the 7 of us, Meltmash, Nito, Chris, Da Vinci, Wakchan and myself, and Habitrat included in her base state, are making our way to the bottom stratum as quickly as we can go. But do you happen to have any question about the 8th stratum, the final level of the underworld before we arrive? Any information about the Tepios, like, you know? There are a few legends passed down orally among Chichen Itza's priests. The 4th level of the underworld is known as Iyayayhkuy, the Black Line. It is a range of underground mountains devoid of sunlight. It is said to be covered by a steep mountain range, but that those mountains are actually hollow and there is another mountain range inside them. It is essentially a cavern which contains an underground mountain range entirely devoid of sunlight. It is also terrible, but it is also the terrible bad Kamazot's nest, so I suppose that makes him the 4th underworld guardian. You're gonna fight a vampire, but oh man, if only Lady Kukulkan were here too. Wakchan, you know that Kukulkan would never fight Miklan's own denizens. In fact, she's probably far more likely to attack Keldia at this point. Be careful not to greet her casually. If you should happen to see her, she'll probably chop the people on your back right in half and you along with them. Oh man, really? Then again, that does sound like her. Whenever Lady Kukulkan decides on something threatening Miklan's peace, she wastes no time obliterating it like unintelligent Danos. Oh well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I can dodge 1 or 2 of her attacks, but after that it'll be up to you guys to figure out what to do. But she's the god of all Danos, right? Can you fight her? There is no law that says we can't defy our god, besides people and gods are both living creatures. Unlike Mala. All that matters is whether or not you can get along and whether or not your goals align. Lady Kukulkan wants to protect Miklan, and you guys want to save your world. I figure both of you are right, so I'm gonna help the side I can. Oh, but you'll have to let me think about it. If Lady Kukulkan asks me to join her side, she wouldn't ever do that though. The teachings of the Sun's whole thing is letting us roam free rather than tying us down. I see, so Kukulkan's not a dominant father figure, but a watchful mother figure. I suppose I always knew this Lost Bells king would end up being our enemy. But it still sucks knowing that how naturally big-hearted she is. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Big-hearted, are you sure you don't mean big-muscled? We will certainly need to watch out for Kukulkan, but we should also be wary of you, Olga Mari. There's a very good chance that she and Rasputin are moving to acquire authority for their own ends as well. So, yeah. You know, there honestly was time to voice out a little bit more today in the morning, like, you know, 2-3 hours. I wasn't sure like how much time I'm going to get, so you know, I did not want to commit to like 40 minutes of it, and I'm not in a mood like, you know, I'm sorry, but The world is purely draining. It's like so dog shit. Fuck this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about this world. I hope it burns faster. I apologize for saying that, but you know, so yeah, we need to wrap up this Fate Goal stuff story and Star Rail as well, right? Not sure if like voice acting tomorrow. Not sure. Right. Right. Honestly, a little bit more time on our hands to do this, but I would not put too much faith into any of this to begin with. You know, I like Kamazo's character, but it feels to me like the story is a little bit dragged out by now. And by a little bit, I mean like... In this Fate Goal game, we already met Alter Ereshkigal, right? She's present in the story as well as alongside the likes of Tenochtitlan and Alter, all those like Beni Enma, the Nitocris, and King Prodea, right? Those are the parts of the last Loose Build story. So this last Loose Build is essentially like, you know, the last part of this Fate Goal story that would make sense probably, right? It's going to be like Traum from now on. Is going to be complete bullshit with Ordeal Call. There's going to be like pieces of old Gamari, I think, for that on starting, and all in all, it's like part of, you know, 2.5 Fate Goal or whatever. Until there's an actual part 3, it's going to be like, you know, just like Epic of Remnant, just a little bit even more worn off. Just consider how old this game is. There's literal collaborations with Star Rail of this game. You know, you gotta pay a tribute to how much this game paved its way to any and every single other gacha game there is. And all those people that did in fact attempt to play in this Fate Goal game. You know, I already mentioned it quite a few times, but I still do remember my time just simply having my fun with this game back on release, and having my fun with this game back with like when Prisma Ilia event was going on. I was simply lying down on the bed right next to us, like the one I'm looking at. I was simply lying down in there during, I think, summer it was or something like that. It was either summer or spring, I think. I think it was a little bit warmer or a little bit like rainy season. I'm not sure though. Maybe it was winter. No, it definitely wasn't winter. It was either summer or spring for an A. I was simply sitting down on that bed, like lying down with tablet in my hands. Unfortunately, I killed that tablet, but it was so like, you know, I was simply sitting and reading out the story in my free time. That's all. I don't understand why people do not want to have like simply games that you sit down and read in your life with a good story. Yep, though right now our most pressing concerns are whether Cadex team succeeds with their assault and our attempt to cross the 4th underworld border. We're going to focus on the latter, so we're counting on you to back up Cadex team Sion. Sion won, what was her name? Eskaf? Etnaf? Oh my god. Sir, well, I can help you. Firstly, you still haven't made it through the 3rd underworld border, which would normally make it completely impossible for you to act freely. I'm only allowing you to do that here as a favor to Meld. Second, David the Cryptor has already made it through here, so I have no right to touch him. And third, I still have to find Dumezid. There is no telling what he might get up to if I were to left his own devices. So I think we have to take down David all on our own, and probably Tezcatlipoca too, since he'll most likely be accompanying him. Yes, still I'm not completely heartless. As soon as the Cryptor arrives here, I'll inform you of his route, so you can pick a perfect spot to ambush him. Cryptor or not, he's still only a human, and even Tezcatlipoca's vessel is a human's body, Oh yeah, David is a human. You're wrong. Not a spirit origin. You should be able to win as long as you go in properly prepared. Good luck. That one does not lack confidence. It's been an hour since then. Mel group must be in the 7th stratum by now. Good thing we managed to get here before David. I've never been so happy to have access to a big car and a top tier driver. Who is it? Is it Music Gordov that is driving? I still can't believe how quickly you got us through that jungle. You're telling me now, remind me if you would. What in the world am I doing on a assault team, Xenopus? Couldn't you have chosen Minir to drive you instead? Remember, Your Excellency, Lord Minir's wounds still aren't fully healed. If he were to start bleeding from his forehead while driving through the jungle, we would all be dead in no time. You're a racer, so you surely understand the danger of getting sweat in your eyes while driving a dangerous course. Just had to go right for my pride, didn't you? Very well then, who's going to take the navigator's seat? Who can I trust to wipe the sweat from my brow? Why, me of course. I would be honored to use this big, soft rabbit ears pom-poms to gently, delicately wipe the sweat from your forehead, Your Excellency. Can I contract you to be my exclusive navigator for the whole season? Holy shit, why is Goldov getting an extra topping from Koyanskaya? Can I be him? Damn, it's giving me chills just listening to her play him like a fiddle. I guess Goldov has yet to learn his lesson. Oh, I think that man learned his lesson long ago with kindness. Hey, you are out to wreck your life. I'm not gonna stop you. Can you at least wait till you're back on the surface, though? Yanskaya, have you heard from Ereshkigal yet? Just now, in fact, Lord David is proceeding along the route we expected. Here you go. Crabs, they're moving them quick. Alright. This is like irrelevant part of the story, feels like. Of course, just leave it to me with all these claymores and C2 explosives. Not even a rat, no, not so much as a bug will get past us. I'm more than happy to pay them back for what they did to Chechen Itzas with inches. Well, what is this part? Is it Brishan? What? The department which studies mythology and performs reconstructions. I bet they have a lot of dealings with servants too. Don't make me laugh, it makes my mustache quiver. Do you have something to say, driver? I used to think the same thing at first. I swear, this whole problem with amateurs. Listen, servants are familiar with spirit bodies, which puts them under a vacation's jurisdiction. Meanwhile, the Cloak Tower's Dean, who's also the Lord of Brishan, categorized Brishan as a department which studies non-human creatures like angels and demons. What about Jack, about homunculi? Obviously, neither of those have anything to do with mythology or heroes. Oh my, you have your mustache quivering bothers you so much, perhaps I could shave it on you. Wait, shouldn't researching angels and demons also involve servants, since they're all mythological phenomena? No, they're shifted, hello? I assume these angels and demons are an actual like invocation over at the real world, not reshifted, you know? For example, the divine spirit that served as my own point of that different. Divine spirit is different. Divine spirit is like super rare, dude. It's like angels and demons, you know, they're two like completely something else too. You're mistaken, Koyanskaya. Solonea, Evocation, Astromancy and Meloestia all deal with mythologicals from around the world too. They are considered part of the shared laws and disciplines that humanity has built up over the course of history. So for mages, the angels and demons that show up in various mythologies are just a normal part of life. Yes, exactly. Do not remember each and every single one of those like demon guys who are fighting within this game. The ones that you get hearts from. They're not like summoned by someone, they're literally just, they're demons, that's all. They're part of this world, of this like magic structure. The root one. The Mages Association takes that a step further by treating all of human history as a single legend which it helps cultivate. The association sees myth as a facet of common knowledge rather than as something worth denoting an entire department to study. The only thing association would accept that true legend is something beyond the boundaries of that common knowledge. I guess Brishan doesn't deal with matters from Earth, it deals with out-of-place artifacts steeped in an unknown loss. The kind found scattered all over Earth since ancient times, but never spoken of in any mythology. Even in the Magecraft world, where angels and demons are just a fact of life, there are some that are considered taboo because they are threats to all of humankind. It's Brishan's job to discover, study, and store these kind of threats. The other departments contribute to humankind in different ways, but Brishan is focused on keeping inhuman things away from us. Part of that is because the Lord of Brishan is also the Dean of Clock Tower. No mage is born in the AD era who knows anything about modern civilization could handle it. Indeed, the Dean has also a select group of elites that report directly to him. Well, I say elites, but in truth they're anything but. Any who join can never move up. They're little more than slaves who spend their lives working to understand extraterrestrial threats. Suffice to say, it's not easy to quit that department, which is why we can assume Animus Fury recruited David directly. With another lord negotiating personally, I'm sure even the Dean couldn't have denied the request. Actually, Animus Fury had nothing to do with it. They made it sound like he had been banished, but the truth is, he left voluntarily. I'm sure Director Marisbury did personally invite him, but it was ultimately his choice to leave Brishan and join Keldia. I see, so he essentially sold himself to Keldia. I assume you went back over his records before he left Brishan then. They were in the database, right? Yeah, all 8 years he spent in Brishan. Brishan. I'm too lazy to not like, put down that one like Brishan. Just saying Brishan I think suffice. There's not a single record of him before that. There's no mention of him in Brishan or Astromancy. Whenever a new student enrolls in the Clock Tower, there's always an entry made for them in Miss Styles' database, but there wasn't anything on him in that one either. All we know is that David was a genius who suddenly showed up at the Clock Tower when he was 10 years old. I might have been able to find out more if Policy's database had been shared with the border. That would never happen. Policy is also the Clock Tower's internal investigation agency. Giving outsiders such sensitive information could lead to all the Clock Tower's scandals becoming public knowledge. Oh my, so that's what you were all up to back when you were in Policies, Your Excellency. So you held your fellow mages passed over their heads in ways that more skirted the law than followed it, am I correct? I would never. Alright, at that point I stopped trying to investigate David's past and started looking through all Brishan's records. It was not easy since each day's records were individually locked down. Normally I would never have been able to sift through them on my own. But luckily I knew exactly what year to check, and with Sion's help I eventually found it. There was a file from July 2006. that was just titled Record 5 Minutes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to decrypt the file's contents. Actually, it would be more accurate to say that the file contained nothing noteworthy at all. But on that same day, a strange and inexplicable accident happened in London and neighboring college town. That day, every single spell in London suddenly stopped working. Of course, pretty much everyone noticed the abnormality, so it was not long since it was fixed. The mages figured they must have made a mistake in their spells and decided it was not worth reporting. As a result, the incident was never made public and nobody at the institute was ever held responsible. I'm quite sure I would have recognized this as a major incident if I had been there at the time. Since so many people never knew about it, does that mean it happened in the dead of the night or something? Your Excellency, do kindly shut up. So this record 5 minutes file from Brishan is dated as the same as this incident when every spell in London stopped. That's right. What happened was an angel relic was exposed in a prep room for one of Brishan's faculty. In real world time, it was only exposed for 0.2 seconds, but that was thought to have been enough to shut down all the clock tower's spells. There's no record of who that room belonged to anywhere. It's gone from every document and from the mind of every person who could have known, so there is just no way to look it up. How do you know that? From every person, but okay, look. Listen, he's a crypter, as he's saying he had an access to, secret information. So my guess is that the only one who might still remember is the Dean. At any rate, whoever caused such incredible damage to every mage in the clock tower, even if only for a moment, became quite literally non-existent. However, records of that incident state that there was a single survivor in the prep room. Given the situation, he was almost certainly that teacher's son. He was 10 years old at the time, but he soon went missing as well. A few months later, on the Dean's personal recommendation, a boy genius with no prior records suddenly showed up in Brishan. As you can probably guess, that was David Sam Voigt. The record did not list his actual age, but physically they said he looked to be about 10 years old. So my take is this: the boy who lost his father to the angel relic must be David. I see, so as a boy he lost both his father and proof of his lineage. Although this angel relic isn't it one of those dangerous artifacts that will drive you mad just by looking at it? According to one popular theory, those artifacts will vaporize your brain before transmitting a signal to the beings that drop them off on Earth. So that would mean that ever since then David Sam Voigt has been... I see, now I understand. David Sam Voigt was omitted because his way of thinking and living never belonged with humanity in the first place. Those are some of the last words Lord Kirsteria wrote about him, right? So if he is not part of humankind, he must be one of the foreign gods' subordinates bent on taking over Earth. Sorry, but that's all the time I have to talk. We've reached the intercept point. Cut the shadow border's engine and set it to camouflage mode over by those sand dunes. Let's go, Janska. I need you to set enough landmines across a 500-meter radius to make this place a hell on earth. Hell on dust. So a little bit of David's pre-story, so we get to learn about the character at release. Seems like he's an angel. And those artifacts are extremely dangerous. Also, theme of the dialogue was London Clock Tower and association, some like professor by the name of Dean or whatever. What was the quote of the thing that I was reading multiple times again? What was the name? Dean's personal recommendation. Oh my god, what the term was? Sorry. Brish Brishan. I see. Right point. So we probably got a little bit like an ounce of an actual story here. It's going to just, it's probably going to be like 4 notes of fights and then like some progression story, you know, out of this segment 17. Although we're about to meet, you know, we're in the last underworld, so it's going to be Kamazots actually. Oh, the jeep. A sandstorm that wasn't there before. Is this you were doing, Tescat? The hell's that supposed to mean? You think I'm behind every plot we find ourselves in? This is Kamazots. That bad bastard's been using common spells on servants like they were going out of style. Yeah, fine, I sold him the common spells in the first place since he wanted them so badly. How was I supposed to know he was gonna play pretend master like an idiot though? Maybe next time you'll think twice before giving every Thomas, Rico and Javier that comes your way a trial. So, what do you make of Kamazots? He's great. I might be the strongest god of the Aztecs, but in this Lost Belt the title strongest goes to him. Playing with the common spells has placided him for now, but once he runs out of toys, he'll show his true colors. I see, then we should have no trouble getting past Chaldean. Now we just have to hope we don't run into Kukulkan. Don't worry about her. If we do encounter her, it just means one of us will have to sacrifice himself. Oh wait, if we're dealing with Kukulkan, I guess it'll have to be me. She's a lost build god. The Mala or whatever copy of proper human history, right? I'm a good match for her. Match my freak. Right, no voice from one, I believe. Yeah. No, that was funny. Unfortunately, no voice. You know, I'm going to finish this probably note and stop. Tlaloc was eaten by Kamazots. She was absolutely devoured by him in his prime form of demonic fog. Demonic blood fog. Demonic blood fog. I'm sorry. She was absolutely like torn in pieces. Mega City is true blue proper human history style town, even the name comes from the modern incarnation. Beautiful place called Metzliapan, Lake of the Moon. A water top floating city that served as the Aztec kingdom capital, where they worshipped two gods. Alright, what a tasty yogurt. Oh my god, what a tasty yogurt, man. Something like the Chichen Itza the Danos built based on the old Khan ruins. The Aztec capital, beautiful Metzliapan. I still think dizzy hanging there, it's not much longer to the bottom stratum. You already made it this far, Iskali. Don't let all that time, effort and fighting go to waste now. Yes, I know, my life exists solely for the anger rooted in my soul. We're gonna get just enough of anger. What's going on, Cryptor? Render attack, hang on, Ted. Oh my god, what is this, like some Vishadel Arknights moment or what? It's like the Squad Unknown. Down, down, down. Woo, baby! Nice one, David. Where did you learn to drive like that? Were you a stunt driver in a Hollywood or something? Unfortunately, I only attended an online driving school. I used to like movies, but I haven't watched one in years. Alright, we're past the minefields. Luckily, our suspension is still intact, but what? Now we have divine spirits around up ahead to deal with. What the hell? Let's go, darkness. It's light on. See the guns behind. What the hell? I for a second thought she transformed into darkness. Welcome to my humble domain, God of War. The minefield was just the tip on the iceberg. I got plenty more explosive where that came from. And also Type 87. Now that I've formed a magical energy connection with both Kadak and Gordov, there are no limits to what I can do. Behold, I have become an almighty god of weaponry. This desert will be your grave, you have been warned. What the hell? Looks like I got a weapon goddess, she's a friend of yours. Never seen her before, this sucks though, I don't see any way I can win. I see. Then take Iskali and get out of here, as long as you make it there, nothing else matters. Got it, later, master. David, goodbye. I'm David. So you let your servant go on ahead and nearly blew yourself up trying to hit me with a kamikaze attack. Isn't that the opposite of what you should be doing? Why aren't you letting your servant do the fighting here? Any normal human master would have sent her servant to the front line while they escaped. Normal. I'm surprised to hear a disciple with a foreign god, or at least someone who enjoyed playing the part of one, lecturing me on how to be a human. Then again, since you're on Chaldea's side now, I'm especially impressed to see that Kadok formed a contract with you, even if only temporary. So they chose to supply a beast candidate with not one but two magical energy connections. I can't muster any surprise at this point, but humans really do walk a razor's edge. They always do whatever they can, no matter how dangerous, or with full understanding of what will happen. Oh! Oh! That down was using common spell or something. It's hidden authority. Damn it, they've passed the 400-meter mark. I think he's even better at off-road driving than I am. We need to do something before they break through our traps. Hold on, I'm going to go after them. No, wait, I didn't expect the minefield would be enough to stop them. I'm counting on Koyanska to finish the job. Between our contract and the Shadow Border's reserves, she's got a ton of magical energy to work with. Right now, she's as strong as Divine Spirit get. We're better off staying off her way. Fair point, she's not the sort to feel bad about being a bit of the friendly fire. In fact, I dare say she'd even relish it. Two people just got out of the car. It looks like Tezcatlipoca and Iskali. David staying? No way, is he actually planning to ram Koyanska? Oh, look at her go. She just blew their car to the smithereens without even batting an eye. David got out by the skin of his teeth, but haha, you got the sting in the back. No lone mage could handle. So very interesting that they're presenting, like, you know, exact prior perspective of this too. Something absolutely bullshit is going to happen that they like blow Koyanska in pieces and leave them astounded. No lone mage could handle that demonic minx alone without a servant's help. I'm bringing the Shadow Border out. Zemlopus. First we'll take David captive, then it'll be Tezcatlipoca's turn. Yeah, sounds good. We got an anti-beast spells laid in place behind Koyanska. We shouldn't have any trouble tracking Tezcatlipoca down, but did we really do it? Just like that. I was expecting them to put up more of a fight. Also this reading is the foundation of humanity value doesn't usually fluctuate like this. Huh? Okay, Doc, sit down and strap in. You need to enhance your body and protect yourself with everything you got. Death. No, not Kadok. He was the only good character out of the story. I'm sorry. Not the Kadok Zemlopus. Земля means earth in Russian, like, you know, земля, землопис. Earth in the world, я ухкую. Continue. Right, the release as long as I can stay in here. You know, I would be glad to finish off the Star Wars version, but I don't think anyone cares what I'm doing in here to begin with, you know? Down, now, oh, the music. What is this? Stalagnates. So this is the fourth underworld, and it's actually kind of for the inside of a mountain. It's really well. Beautiful. Kirai. I assume that sparkling is coming from gemstones. I feel like I'm looking up at the straight night sky. I see the path we need to take is similar to the second underworld with lots of narrow cliffs. Akchan, why don't you put out put our passengers down and proceed proceed the rest of the way on foot. I think it would be dangerous for us to run here too. Right on. Wow, I never would have thought this underworld would be climbing a mountain from the inside. Looks like no matter what path we take, we're ultimately going to have to cross the peaks to get to the other side. But hey, at least the slope's not too steep. Even if we do lose our footing, we can just climb back in no time. I'm afraid it's not that simple, Akchan. The bottom of this canyon is practically churning with dead spirits. If you fall down there, they'll all be over you so fast that you'll never be able to climb back up. So we're dealing with a part of the underworld that's literally trying to drag down the living. Got it? Okay guys, let's go in single file so we all have as much pathwork as possible. Sounds like a job for me and Mesh then. We'll take the front of the line. Mesh, if an enemy attack threatens to throw you off balance, hang on to me. I can keep us afloat for a few seconds. The floaty servant. Heavy cut. Understood. Thank you, Heavy cut. One actual good Quazel. Oh shit. Why is that like... Why are they so smiley, like especially Nitocris and Tapio? Having Akchan bring up the rear was smart. He won't let us... he won't let any enemies get to us. So Da Vinci, which part of the problem? Human history, Mictlan, what? Oh my god, this is like spoilers. I'm sorry, it's fillers again. The lore talk. Mictlan, would this fourth on the road correspond to? Well, like the others, nothing really screams it's totally this, as far as I can tell. But if I were to guess, I'd say this is probably proper human history's Mictlan's 7th player, Teoloqualoyan. Teoloqualoyan was said to be home to a terrifying star jaguar that would attack you and eat your heart if you chose the wrong path out of fear. This jaguar was also said to be Tezcatlipoca's tonal, the heart of the mountain known as Tepiotl. Tepiolotl. Heart of the mountain, Tepiotl. I believe it refers to a jaguar which is literally the size of a mountain. Does the trial of Teoloqualoyan getting past the terrifying monster? Since this fourth underworld is where the Camelot lives, we're probably going to have to face a similar monster. I see, so the conditions for us is to travel through this underworld is fighting a monster. Wow, it's very hard. Master, let's discuss our current combat capability. Are you able to summon normally? Woo! I am. All good, I can summon no problem, it's fine. It looks like Ershkigal was the only one stopping me from using it before. Oh, good, let's stay alert as we go and make sure we're ready for an attack at any time. By the way, Senpai, do you have any other convenient underworld items? I mean, you are so well prepared for the others that I thought you might have something for this one too. All I got now is a mint incense, but a repellent and a sheer raincoat. Yeah. A sheer raincoat, let me take a look. This is made of anodized aluminum oxide membrane. It's the same material they use in spacesuits. Why would you need some? Oh my god, David. What did he stuff us with? It's alright. I just remembered it wasn't too long ago that the 8th and 9th strata were awash with cosmic rays. Now put that raincoat now. The radiation level here won't affect servants or Denos, but prolonged exposure would definitely harm you. Oh! Oh my god, what is that mush expression? This is the first time I'm seeing this one with an entirety of this game. What is this? What this is? Oh, not this one, sorry. The previous one. What the hell is this? This is the first time I'm seeing this one. I don't think it was even shown when all our comrades were dying prior on the storm border. Was it? Maybe it was once, but This kind of shocked mesh is like first time I'm seeing it practically. She just like jump on us. No way, she just changed her outfit in barely more than half a second. Thank Mesh, I know, now I know how dress up dolls feel. I'm sorry, I just kind of acted before I even realized what I was doing. Don't apologize, that was perfect reaction. You were like a mother who's perfect at the art of putting a jacket on her kid right before going out. It's a good thing you were so quick, Mesh. Melt should be fine since we're still just as at the entrance, but it would have been really bad if we kept going. Nice job thinking ahead, Melt. If you hadn't thought to bring that along, we would have had to go back to the border for materials to make our own. The mint incense with battery plant is a good addition as well. It explains why we haven't run into any bats since we set foot are here. Bats here are 10 times faster and hungrier than the carnivorous insects, and they are quite vicious too. They're easily the most dangerous bloodsuckers in Miklan. Even a Danos wouldn't stand a chance against a large cloud of bats. Their fangs easily puncture our biowave membranes, and they make us feel intoxicated even while they suck our blood out. That intoxication numbs our brains and makes us feel completely euphoric to the point that we are no longer care what happens to us. There is an apex predator in this world, it's certainly them. We even have a name for the condition, bat impairment. Isn't that just bypassing booze and going straight to the drunk? I don't suppose it. No, it wouldn't work on Kamazots. An unpleasant scent wouldn't be enough to drive him from us. Doubtful, yes, if we're going to try for the peak, we're bound to run into him eventually, so we'll just have to be aware of that as we make our way up there. Remember, the time is of the essence right now. We have to make it through here and reach the bottom stratum before David and Tezcatlipoca. Well, racing the Cryptor to the 9th stratum, are we? I understand, better hurry. I can be reasonable. If you're going after RT, I won't stop you. Wow, thanks! Hey everyone, did you hear what Kamazo just said? He is right behind us, so I bet you did. I was worried about what will happen when we ran into him, but it turns out he's a really nice guy. Huh? Akshan, did you just say he's behind you? Hostile readings at maximum, the pattern is identical to what we've seen so far as Kamazots. Oh gosh. Ooh. How terribly tragic. Here you are, throwing your lives away all because you thought you could defeat the enemy awaiting you. Granted, wasted lives are more funny than tragic to me. Death is good for a laugh. So you can go why visit down the road when I can send you to hell right now. Let's see what kind of fight you've got in store. Let's see what kind of sacrificial blood you can spill on Miklan's final days. Now bow down to the king of the underworld, lord of the spring of death. Be grateful for the generosity of Kamazots, the wings that hold your fate in their claws. Oh, I'm so sick of listening to that bad prattle on Melt. We need to change our formation. I'll send Tapium and Vakchan up to the front while me, you and Da Vinci handle the skeletons. The skelis. Well, looks like Kamazo's just having his fun with us. I seriously think it's the time when like ORT is nearing. Does he not want like... There was an entire dialogue dedicated to show that he was actually concerned about, you know, David's scenario and ORT. And what is going to happen with the entirety of this place. It's not like he can single-handedly, like, you know, prevent the catastrophe and eradication of everyone, but Orty is going to take up an entire planet, like, does he not want to a certain extent, like, at the very least deal with that one? Maybe time is not of the such essence, so we can fight him, you know. Right, a bunch of enemies. Kukulkan punch. Should be for the Kukulkan, right? I think those are Night Servants, so this unit would not do just as well. The Mummy. Oh god, I love all these recent units. The Larva, the Neuro, and all others. Yeah. Where's Kukulkan though? Bond level, it says. She should be like Bond 5, I think, 6. Did I use her for Lotto? She should be like 7, I think, or so. Definitely not 5. 5 is the basic one. Ah, there she is, 7. Right, support unit, all the regular. Janska. And then some bond units as well. So I started bonding out this Aureale girl, one of the Medusa trio. I love her. You know, back in the day when this Fate Go game was trending, this Aureale trio girls, Aureale and Medusa and actually there's two Medusa different one. There's even Loli one, right? And this one, what is the name of this one? I forgot. This game is too old. I am too old. We all are too old. I don't remember literally. Steno. Jesus Christ. I'm not a historian myself, as I'm saying. I don't know of any of those, like, you know, origins of tales, even like King Leonidas, you know. I have not read any of that. I have not read. I'm certain there are people that are interested in particular very much in each and every folklore, and there are, like, you know, 1001 nights of all these queens and kings. Where's that bikini girl? The Middle Eastern one. What class she was again? I have no clue what she class possesses even. I'll just click on first star and try to see her. Where is that sexy woman? Definitely not this one. This one is from Starrel. Wow, I have her summer version, I did not know. I don't think I have OG. Locusta, Jesus Christ, that smug is priceless. So is her belly and every single voice line. Locusta was absolutely amazing in the story of Lilium Harlot. Hephaestion. This one I did read at the very least premise of. Apparently it's the general of King of Macedonia, Alexander the Great, right? Hephaestion. That one's like an, as I was saying, an AV woman here. You can see this woman featured in every single adult video out there, which kind of fits for many of the Fate Go characters, to be honest. Well, that's how adult women kind of work, right? You know? The ones that look quite decent. Where's the Middle Eastern woman? I'm sorry. I cannot find her. There she is. Zenobia, right? Oh my god, this one's like just beyond peak sexuality. Just yeah. The sprite looks quite good too. Right, back on track, I think. Right, it should not be Musashi, it should be here early. Alright, good. We are forced in with Da Vinci, which is fine. I don't think Da Vinci was used all that much. I usually had more opportunity to use her, but there are literally no point. Even when you need like an AoE rider, I think that NP2 Drake would suit just more. You dumbass.
この上なく悲劇挑む敵の強大さを知らぬ楽観すなわち命に見届けよ感染しよう
見届けよう
このミクトラン高き生贄の血が宿る
His voice is so good.
日向の匂い火薬の匂い
His voice is so good. Yeah. So, are we able to get rid of these convoyers now or not? Are those going to be tortured for a while? Oh my god, the Lux are insane. Axero Zenkai! Alright, Da Vinci. We can do it. They have health down. Oh my god. It seems like they're bulky, but definitely able to deal with. I forgot to slap support in the backline, to be honest. Screw me. Oh my god, I literally forgot to slap support in. Well, should be able to deal with this like next turn. Соште панчи, ультра панч, соште кик, соште панчи, соште. Oh my god. They just like half held Kayansky in one hit. Damn, Ryoko. Hi! Kinisha how impact. I will strike down the Land of Terror. Wow. Bam! Oh, this woman is also like practically screaming. I'm a woman. Yeah. Look at this, like Koyanskaya next to that one. They're both in the same like kind of shoe wear, right? Those kind of heelys. Oh my god, you love those. Do you not? Reasonably like. Show me a single reasonable individual who does not love what they're seeing here. Single sane individual here who does not love this. There's Mavuika standing right next to them on the right as well, right? And she wears the same thing. That is so good. Provide me with a woman that looks like one of those and put her in those kind of like, you know, latex heels, like holy fuck. Yeah. I'm Mashu. So you triumphed over my warriors in Khan. Not bad, makes me want to taste your blood that much more. But things being what they are, I'm willing to tell you about a shortcut. Can't have that crypto catching up to you, can you? Oh, what a nice guy comes as you are. Thank you. I'm oathbound not to attack David, and the more time you waste fighting me, the more likely you are to lose to him. So what do you say? Want to give my shortcut a shot? There's gotta be more to it than that. What do you want in exchange? I want you to hand that woman over to me. Kayanska? Oh my god, not this one. What the hell? Good deal, isn't it? I'll give up my dream of being humanity's last master and you get to keep breathing. Of course, giving up on your dreams isn't any fun. Changing them leaves you feeling hollow, lifeless. You're human, so I'm sure you can understand how that feels. You can trust me on this. A king only speaks truths. If my enemies wish to surrender without bloodshed, then I have no need for their blood. What will be then? Will you hand her over and prevent bloodshed, or keep her and let the blood flow? She's not going anywhere. We'll fight with her now. Well, now I'm just going to kill you, drain your blood, and take that woman anyway. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. This is by far the fastest, surest way to do it. Suits me much better. You'll never lay eyes on Ortiz coffin. You're going to spend your final moments tumbling into my canyon and taking a dip in my spring of death. Before we get started, I want to ask you something. Ooh, what is it? My favorite color? Dark purple, also dark red, also brown. What of it? Is it true that you defeated Ortiz? Who told you that? The Mala, Kukulkan. Useless Ksuik. No matter whoever told you, changes nothing. The question is a personal challenge to me and an insult to Khan. And so, I will meet your insult with violence. I trust you knew what you were getting into when you spoke up. Did I Kamazot's defeat Ortiz, you ask? Did I kill that planet-eating monster? Of course, I defeated it by sacrificing everything and everyone around me. I used everything at my disposal to massacre the beast that devoured Kaiba the space tree and threatened to destroy all of Miklan. I plunged it into lava, tore open its chest with my talons, ripped off its freakish entrails and left it in a silent husk. Don't believe me? Well then, I'll show you the form I used to do it. His Spirit Origin output? No, the numbers of Spirit Origin readings are growing like crazy. 100,000, 1 million, 10, 100 million. This goes way beyond having multiple Spirit Origins. He says over 100 million of them mixed together with him. Fist of Chaldea, forget your name. I don't care what it is. Once I felt a sort of kinship with you. I heard you're humanity's last master. I know how that feels. Wait, no, I don't. I've long since forgotten. Feelings are as useless in battle as they are to king. Humanity's last warrior has no need for such things. Speak my name. I am the hero of Khan, the spider-slaying Bat, the king who forsook his crown. A weakling who could not save the world without sacrificing his subjects. That's a beast spirit origin pattern. Then does this mean? Oh my god, not the tentacles. Oh god. Now I will show you the blood of Kamazots. Witness the essence of terror conjured by the people of Khan, who threw themselves into the hell that is Xibalba. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Wow. Wonderful. Not only we have to deal with David Ortiz and Kukulkan, now there's this idiot as well. So, unknown class. I gotta put on a support in the backline as well. Like, let it be a good one as well, right? So, who are we going to be using against that big booty guy? Must be someone with single target properties, right? Who is the most like reasonable to use here again? The Berserker one, the Aglaea. Galatea, I'm sorry. Probably, right? Who else? I doubt anyone else fits for the description. Do we even have to defeat him? I just assume he's like invincible or something. Man, cooking food today went quite well. I cooked spaghetti right with meat, just like that, just simple, regular, and no like crazy about it. Just enough to exercise. Oh, special intro. He's like a beast, except there's binary code going on. Well, evil of humanity. What kind of evil? It doesn't say.
俺の名折カーンの勇者雲殺しのコウモリ王冠を捨てしよう
Beast something.
全てを生贄にしなければ世界も救えなかった弱き者いざ試せカマソスその鮮血を
Weakling
カ
who
ーンの民が身を投げた縛り場その恐怖の真髄よな
witness hell of the weakling that
露
thrown
骨あまりに
all
も
his
露骨
subjects into Xibalba. Well, Beast something. Reflective Oddwing. Immobilize immune. Wonderful. 400,000 HP. Looks like he does not possess any kind of immunity. 1. Huh? Are you like limited on using skills here? 2. Or is he going to beach slap us on 3? And 3.
哀れなほど愚形
7 death. Low chance to inflict death. The target when attacking. Great. Miss. Buff success rate down. Great. Wonderful. At the least he's not doing anything else on top of it. You will be dispersed when next turn comes up or not. No clue. I wish I knew. Katsun,
露
Katsun.
骨あまりにも露骨
Kekumaha. Something darkness. I gotta say, man, all these like final bosses of every single Lost Belt and whatnot. If you recall the, Olympus one, the that eyeball thingy, and who was the goddess of love again in history? Oh my god, what that guy even is? Looks like this is death. Looks like this is kind of hard fight without any joke to it. Wonderful. Well, there are ley lines that I could be using, but we just died. So yeah, what the name of Aphrodite, or Aphrodite one, right? Aphrodite. That was absolutely an incredible boss, supplemented with some story of our British crypter seducing the woman, Aphrodite, right? The burial god that is Ray werewolf. What was his name? Like Gamma Ray or something? Beta Ray? Omega Ray? I don't know. Something of those, right? Oh wow, so this is like tough fight, huh? Well, we a good suit here. Is Beast good against Beast? Good question, right? She probably is a good servant to have in here in general. She has like an incredible single target capabilities, buff removal resist. I'm not quite certain in here, but So Da Vinci is locked, right? Does it have to be Da Vinci or there's Mashu? Oh yeah, we gotta use Mashu in here, definitely. I don't think I'm slapping Parvati in there. I think it's supposed to be someone who can finish off the task here. Not sure who. Oh, this one. That one's hella able to finish the task, definitely. 7 costs left. Could slap another servant in there, but I think it's fine. That was an arts unit, right? Neuro, but I think I'm going to use like one leyline stone problem. A weakling who sacrificed every single one of his servants. Oh. RIP. Evil of humanity, and the numbers are kind of A, B, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Right, speak my name.
の公務王冠を捨てしよう 臣民すべてを生贄にしなければ世界も救えなかった弱き者。いざ試せカマソスその鮮血を。カーンの民が
His body like fluctuating all over feels so grotesque. Oh my god. Not to speak of infinite tentacles out of his head, man. Alright, Umo Draco. Hope we can do it.
褒美をやろう。
One. So this is better not to use skills in this fight or what? I cannot tell honestly. That still put her in the range of this thingy. Yuck. At least that provides for crit stars. That worked actually, wow. So the guy hits like a fucking truck, like I probably better like taunt immediately with mushroom. In fact, probably better like split in here and put all the buffs on Draco immediately. Yeah, you know what? As much as we can do in here, I think we're supposed to be. That is a good skill to apply. It provides for debuff immunity. Did it proc? Debuff resist up? Yep, it did. Good. I will engulf both love and evil and then take to the sky. Yokaro. Oh. She should deal quite an amount of damage with that Buster buff that actually procced. Not to speak less of the ultimate of the Noble Phantasm. Embrace, melt and yearn from me. He does have some evasion sorts to ultimate, I think, to Noble Phantasm though. Rosa Sunglass? Yeah, that was a good damage, you see like half an HP down. The beast is not all that bad dealing with him. Oh, he's good at charging us. Oh, that's very good. Bye, mushroom. Alright, another chain with this character, hopefully. Is he still immune to Noble Phantasm? He sure is. I'm still supposed to use it though. Although, I think I do. Foolish, pitiful, foolish. This is the answer to your prosperity. Oh, Rosa Sunglass. 78%. Still immune to NP, right? What a dumbass. Oh, another chain though. No effects. Blatantly, utterly blatant. This is the answer to your prosperity. The money brings you to the heaven. Yay! Ready. The one bar should be done. Right, beast against beast looks like Draco was better. Lightless Khan. Oh no. Start development immediately. It's like everything will engulf in darkness. Alright. I'm detecting multiple unidentified heat sources all around us. It looks like a cloud of bats. Damn, not even shining light of them is enough to make them disperse. Their skin must be light absorbent. Not much. Let's fire the black barrel, then I'll scatter these bats. Do it, but not too strong. Of course, I'm just going to scare these bats, so here goes. Holy shit, that's like... Just scaring these bats, did she like kill Kamazus by accident as well? Huh? You did it, the bats just scattered around the cave and Kamazus is gone too. Heard him flapping towards the sky, he must have flown off to the peak. I don't understand, why would he retreat when he was so clearly winning? Oh crap, Nidoqueen is gone. I got the woman. You're right, I don't see her anywhere. He must have made off with her under the cover of darkness. She's on a better place now, guys. I mean, definitely better than dealing with ORT, David, and Kukulkan at the same time, you know? So there's only 2 steps left for this node. After this 17th node, the last underworld, there's going to be literally nothing but David fights and ORT fights. I checked out on Wiki what it consists of, literally like David, ORT, ORT, David, David, ORT. And at the end, David. And Antarctic or something like that, right? Be gone, fall demons! Scream, cry, plead for your lives, all you like, no one shall ever hurt you. Here, if anything, you should rejoice. Once I have killed you, your bodies will rest forever in the Nile. As if making my brothers your puppets pharaohs wasn't enough, you had to have them all killed. How dare you, at long last, the time has come for me to punish you for your crimes. Why, Nitocris, why are you doing this? You wouldn't be pharaoh if it wasn't for us. Every step I've taken has been to bring me to this moment. Everything I've done, everything I've done to give all of you what you deserve. It is the only thing that has given my life purpose, just as you chose me to be your next puppet. I let you think you could control my mind, my body, even dignity, however you like. And now you've fallen into my trap. Tell me exactly what gift did you think I meant to offer you? A feast of pleasures for all your senses, a mountain of gold, or perhaps you thought you could ravage my own body. Since now you're insolent, you're scheming to manipulate pharaohs, all of it. Please stop, I don't want to die, I don't want to drown. If forgiveness is what you want, beg it of my brothers you so ruthlessly murdered. Not one of you will ever see the eternal kingdom. Unfortunately for you, neither will I. I will be joining you shortly. Once you are dead, I will capture your souls and see that they are made to endure unending torment for all of eternity. Wonderful. Swoosh, swoosh, water. As you know, she drowned the entire pyramid. That's right, I have no regrets. I took my revenge, restored the pharaoh. So, typical part of the Fable, the revelation of the character here. Already back to the story. That was fast, right? That's right, I have no regrets. I took my revenge, restored the pharaoh's glory, and took my own life. When pharaoh dies, they set off for a paradise free of pain and suffering. They have the right to do so and the authority to exercise that right. When I wasn't prepared, I assumed I would never have such a right. I never forgot that anger, I never forgot that hatred. And as much as I wished otherwise, I could never forget what I had done. Deep down, I believed doing so would be wrong, regardless of how just my reasons may have been. So right, what happened to me? I was fighting that monster at the bottom, then wait, what's that sound? I knew it. A blood still tastes terrible. They eat too much meat, their diet is much too imbalanced. Still, it might be better than before. I think there's more depth to the flavor now. Maybe. Camazotz, what are you doing? I'm eating. Every soldier gets hungry and has to eat at some point. I grew thirsty for blood while I was fighting Folcalia. When I want something, I take it. So I returned to my home and quenched my thirst. I brought you with me out of habit. King Prote, Benien, Ereshkigal, they all smelled like the underworld. I enjoyed taking them back here and using common spells on them to turn them into guardians. I was on a roll, so I chose you to be the 4th guardian, but forgot I would already used up the common spells. Without them, I can't make my wish come true, so there was no point in bringing you here. You're useless, worthless, a complete waste of my time. What the hell, dude? How did I say that to the woman? So I'm your prisoner now, is that it? I took you on a whim, there was no greater purpose behind what I did. I see, so you let your whims lead you around by the nose. Is that why you rescued us from the Tlaloc too? You had no reason to fight her. Back then you had a nasty air about you, a wavelength at a pitch I hated hearing. You still have that air about you now. Nasty air, Yep. Only fools let their efforts go to waste. Camazotz is no fool. I'll see to it that bringing you here was worth my while. Answer my questions, Necromancer. How can you still remember them? Why did you take your own life after accomplishing your goal? How do you know about it? I'm quite certain I never told you about my life. I told you I have good hearing. The Khan ruins aren't far from Chichen Itza. Ever since the wind carried your story to my ears, I've been a third mad. Answer me, you got your vengeance. The freedom it gave you, you should have been your life's reward. In spite of that, you robbed yourself of your life. You didn't even go to this paradise of yours. I can't understand it. Why would you refuse salvation after overcoming such hardships? What could have possibly been worth throwing your life away? I was so focused on my plan to kill my returners that I never had a chance to prepare for the journey to paradise, so... You're lying. You're a king with no foreign enemies. Once you killed the returners, you would have had all the time you needed. You claim to have done it so you could torment them in the underworld for eternity. That's a lie as well. The underworld itself would have seen to that for you even without your involvement. No, you never had any intention of going to paradise. Why is that? Answer me honestly. I'll know if you're lying. The only thing I don't understand is why did you do that? Why you did what you did? All I can come up with is that you thought yourself a criminal. But that can be right, can it? Don't tell me that despite perfectly just and holding absolute power, you thought you were the most despicable one of all. Kansas, you're like very thorough at reading my character. Why are you so obsessed with me? No response, then I was right, Hilarious. You proper human history kings are utterly hilarious. You spent your life seeking revenge, finally achieved it, then turned around and proved yourself a criminal worthy of judgment by condemning that very same part of you that sought revenge in the first place, making it an entire loop of contradiction. What an impossibly foolish woman that you are. Your will is as strong as the sun itself to think you chose to fall upon the sword of your conviction rather than become a god. I understand now, I'm satisfied. Back to my boring meal then. Wait just a moment, it's not fair that I'm the only one whose past has been dredged up here. No, never mind fair. It's downright infuriating, so I'm going to ask you a question to understand. Fine, I'll keep it brief. You claim to be the king of the underworld, the true king of Mictlan even. So what do you think about Mictlan nearing the end of its life? Soon the sun will reach critical mass and disappear. Are you going to disappear along with it? Only Mictlan will die when the sun goes out. I will never change. The Dainos will accept their extinction as they did before. But not me. I'll never go extinct. I can live off the heat of the land alone, even without the sun. That's how Khan grew for 100,000 years. The time it took for us to go from simple mammals to humans. 100,000 years of history and dreams made this body, and for these past 6 million years I've kept on surviving. My kingly authority is immortality, and that's my only weapon. No matter what happens, that will never change. Whether the sun dies, or it destroys the planet, So long as you just forget everything, the past will forever be unremarkable. In this way, the present continues forever, free of pain and sadness. Not even my shadow lasts beyond this moment. I knew it, you by forgetting everything, by never giving yourself a single thing new. Are you satisfied now, Necromancer? Try to leave this peak and I will kill you. Stay and I will spare you. I won't tie you down, I won't demand anything of you. You're free to do as you please. The choice is yours, but whatever you do, don't become an altar. That would be revolting. I have no desire to see you, you that isn't you. Awfully naive of you, it won't be long before my allies come for me. If you let me go free, you'll only be adding another name to your list of enemies. Don't be ridiculous, they're not coming here. Even if they were complete morons, they would have figured out that they don't have a prayer against me. No halfway decent warrior would dare to challenge King Kamazots, especially not over a single servant. She'll be here, even I have to question the wisdom of her actions, and I'm absolutely certain she'll come. Care to wager on it? The voice acting ends here. Right, I'm gonna go drink my water. That was a lot for the day. I put some food for mom. There's a little bit of drink in the thermos. Sad music.